Hey traders, Todd Gordon here with TradingAnalysis.com. This is for CNBC's Trading Nation. Traders, we're going to take a look at Amazon today. Amazon's been consolidating quite well below the 1200 region in a period of time where the NASDAQ's seen some rotation out as long positions are booking profits in the end of the year and rotating into more economically sensitive sectors, but Amazon has held its own pretty well. So as we dive into the daily chart here, you can see there is a very nice uptrend that's been in play since the end of the fall of 2017, and it looks like it's continuing up into the winter and early part of 18. First thing I'll draw your attention to is the first significant correction that we saw here in late October was roughly equal to the size of the correction that we saw here in the end of November into December. So the chart is showing very good symmetry, very good price dynamics, and it looks like we are consolidating here before we are ready to move on up above 1200 on a decisive basis. So as we zoom in here, just over the last couple weeks, you'll notice sort of this flip-flop in price levels, namely the 1170 mark was the artist formerly known as resistance right here. Sellers were overcome, buyers stepped up, defeated those sellers, came back, retested the scene of the crime. So again, the area that was formerly resistance now offers support. That's our launching pad to take us on up through 1200. So before we structure the trade, let's first define where we're wrong in our trade. And in the Trading Nation, we always are looking at the downside. We always look at our risk. Always contain the risk, because the upside in well-executed trade plans will take care of itself. Always got to account for the risk. So for me, if we move anywhere below the 1160 mark here, we think support's in play right here. If we get below 1160, the reason for being in the trade is wrong, so get out, cut the risk, and move on. Else, let's go ahead and see if we can explore through 1200. So as we go over to the trade tab, I am set up for the February weeklies that expire in the 2nd. Now, earnings are the 1st, so we will likely be out depending on how we're handling this trade. If we're profitable in the position, we will likely be out ahead of earnings, but we'll deal with that. Be sure to follow us on Twitter for updates to this trade. So I'm going to go ahead and sell the put that corresponds directly below support, so that's 1160 support. I'm going to go ahead and sell the 1155 put. Purchase the 1150 put. We'll take in a credit of about $1.60 here, depending on when you view this video and where you get filled. So if you take in 160 of potential profit, you have a max potential loss of $340. That is the total width of the spread minus the credit we're taking in, which is $1.60. Now this is, keep in mind, $340 per option spread if you take this all the way into expiration and the trade goes completely wrong. Okay, we're not going to let that happen, so you shouldn't likely face a max loss scenario there. So the risk to reward is more equally 1-to-1. Okay, and that's a good thing, because again, Amazon's trading at about 1187 right now. We are selling options over $30 below the current market. So you've got that $30 margin for error. So with approximately a 1-to-1 reward to risk ratio, we also have that $30 margin of error, which becomes a higher probability of success in the trade. So altogether, it's a well-executed trade plan, complete with an option strategy, and let's put this baby to work. So that is the trade in Amazon. We know where our risk is, right below a drop in that 1160 level. Otherwise, let's go ahead and see if we can explore 1200 heading into earnings. For CNBC's Trading Nation, I'm Todd Gordon. Good luck on that trade. Be sure to follow us at Trading Nation on Twitter for updates to this position, as well as all the other markets and trades our traders are watching. And we'll see you guys in the next video update.
Hey there, thanks for checking out CNBC on YouTube. Be sure to subscribe to stay up to date on all of the day's biggest stories. You can also click on any of the videos around me to watch the latest from CNBC. Thanks for watching.